every time I do the outro, I just feel like I talked so much and I said so much information. I'm like, and like, you know, guys, I feel like I'm pretty healthy. I keep up with my cardio. I don't smoke. I drink my water, eat my food. I'm like, my heart is like, bitch, you need to calm down. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Welcome back to another video, or welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jo. I do everything between fitness, beauty, and lifestyle. So if you enjoy those kind of videos and you actually enjoy my personality, then make sure that you hit the subscribe button and make sure that you turn on post notifications so that you don't miss my weekly uploads. I upload every Wednesday unless there is an occasion like Halloween. I did Friday, but either way, there is a video that goes up once a week. So with that being said, as you guys can see from the title, I'm going to be showing you this beautiful salon blowout look that you can get at home and affordable. I will make sure that I link all the products as always below. I don't feel like you guys check the description that much, but I really think that you should. I always put anything that I'm wearing or like jewelry, basically anything seen on me in the video, I link it below or link something close to it so that you guys will have it, because I love it personally. When anybody that I watch on YouTube is wearing something that I like, I'm like, please, please, please tell me they put it in the description. And also the links that are to some of those that are short little links that have the word shop in them, those are affiliate links. I make a very, very small commission off those. So if you guys ever purchase anything through those links, I just want to say thank you so much for supporting me, because it obviously is a big deal to me and it helps me out tremendously. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and get into this tutorial. I absolutely love everything about this look. I love that I can run my fingers through my hair and it just looks so voluminous and beautiful. So I'm so happy to share it with you guys. Let's get into the video. I love you guys so much. Okay, so I just took my hair out of the towel. I put a few products in, which I'm going to show you guys here in just a second. But I want to let you guys know that I'm going to try to talk really loud for this video, as if I don't talk loud already. But a little more than usual, because I have a fan in this bathroom that comes on when the light comes on and you can't turn it off, and I absolutely hate it. And I had to make a decision today whether to put my light mounted on top of my camera or my mic, and honestly I went with the light because the lighting in here is just so yellow and dark, and I feel like the mic on my camera is already pretty good as is, so we went with the light. So I'm also going to probably try to increase it whenever it's editing so that we can just make the audio as good as possible. So this video will also be a voiceover, because when we start the actual blow drying process, I am not going to try to talk over that fan and a blow dryer, and it's just, it's not going to be a good time. So no. But I'm going to show you guys the products that I used before I even started sectioning the hair or did anything. I just made sure it was like 70% dry. You want to make sure, because if not, you're going to be literally there forever, and it's just going to be like sopping wet hair, and it's just going to be too much. You notice when you go to the salon, you get a blowout before they, you know, even start, they make sure that they towel dry your hair really well and brush through it and put some products in it. We're going to do the exact same thing, just at home, so that you feel like you're getting the, you know, salon blowout look and vibe as soon as you walk out your front door. So first we're going to go in with Chai Keratin Mist. I absolutely love these products. They just smell literally fucking amazing. Like, I could just sit here and sniff them all day. I think my favorite is probably the heat protectant. It's got the best scent. I don't know why, but I love them. And then also, after I put some of that in and brushed it through, then I went in with the Olaplex Bond Smoother and put it in as well. I love Olaplex. I have the rest of the kit coming right now. I just have number 4, 5, and 6, but I'm about to get 0, 3, and number 7 back. And I just honestly love all of these products. We will go into more depth on them probably in another video, because I want to like make sure that I use something for a little while before I ever tell you guys about it, because I just feel like that's only fair to you. I really, really like to do something at least 3 or 4 times before I actually share it with you, or even longer than that, before I'm like, you know what, this is a good video. I want to make sure that I let them know what's up, what I'm using, why I'm using it. So I'm just going to let that set for a little bit since I talked to you guys already. Ooh, I didn't obviously blend that out. So I just spread this all over my hair, the keratin mist, and then when you put the bond smoother in, you literally want to get like not right on the roots, because you don't want it to like make you greasy, but you want to get like probably like right here, about 2 inches from the root, and just kind of like blend it all the way down, because you really need it, especially if you color treat your hair. Even if it feels amazingly healthy, I'm all about prevention is key over waiting till you're damaged and then you're having to like save it. So let's prevent, not cure. How about that? So make sure that you put whatever product you want in first, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to section the hair. So I'm going to probably do it in 3 sections. I don't really have what I would call thick hair. I don't have thin hair either. My hair is actually just like a lot of hair with a very fine texture. So, but I still have to do it in 3 sections just to make sure I'm getting all of it. So I'm going to do the bottom part first. I'm going to go ahead and go in with the Iron Guard, Mist by Chai as well. And I just honestly, I love this. You know, I just realized I'm not saying that right, but is it Chi or the Chai? I think it's actually Chi. I think I said it correct in a previous video and I just said it without thinking. Comment below, let me know if I'm wrong. I'll probably do it before ever this video goes up. But yeah, so I'm just going to brush it through one more time and then I'm going to spray it. I like to spray it on the individual layers that I'm doing just to make sure that I feel like I'm really getting all the heat protectant on my hair. I'm really big on prevention, especially since I went blonde. It's just a big deal to me because I feel like blonde is already, you know, very damaging on the hair as is. So it's like I just really want to make sure that I always protect it as much as possible. Okay, so now the tool of the hour. It is not back here. It is called a Infinity Pro by Conair. They still have this on Amazon. It is more expensive. There is tons of other tools out like this one, except the difference that I found in this one is that it actually rotates for you on the top. So you don't have to like do the motion and then the comb or brush in this hand and just, you know, go back and forth. We are eliminating that issue and, you know, just using a tool that's an all-in-one. I have not used this in honestly a very long time, but when I had long hair back in the day before the YouTube time, it was like almost down to my butt and I cut it. I like my short hair for a smidge, but I'm really over that phase now, like really over it. I use this every single day for high school, and I'm 25. So does that tell you how long I've had this product? And it was actually gave to me by my mom. And that should tell y'all something. So, but like I said, they still have the exact same one on there. So now I'm going to start and I'm just going to switch over to the voiceover.
So you're going to want to go in from underneath so that you can kind of blow dry the hair away from your face, so that if you're not wanting that really flat to your scalp type of look like I don't want it, you want to go underneath to just kind of blow dry it away from you to, you know, just kind of push it out. Also notice that I'm going from the root to the middle of the shaft for the first few times and then I bring it on down to the bottom. I do that so that I can get rid of any excess water right there, make it more dry, and to make sure that I get rid of any frizz as much as possible. And then I just kind of pull it down a little bit, bring it back up, pull it down, and then just continue to do that same technique for a few more times until I feel like the top part where the root is and the middle part of the hair is really dry. And then I just kind of keep going over the ends just to keep it brushed out so that it's not tangled, and just to really create that little flip that I'm trying to get at the bottom here. As you guys notice, I'm holding my hand underneath the brush to kind of keep the hair in place right there in the middle of the brush while it rotates, so that I can really get that heavy flip that I'm going for on the ends. And after you've held it there for a little bit, you can just go ahead and start brushing it from the middle all the way down, as you all see, and just kind of rotating it through a few more times. I probably do about 8 rounds on each section piece that I do. I feel like that's plenty for my hair. If you have thicker hair, you know, you probably want to use a little bit more. This probably takes me, honestly, guys, about 25 minutes. And that's if I'm taking my time. Otherwise, honestly, if I was doing it real quick, I might be able to get it done in about 18 to 20 minutes. But that's also if you have short hair like me. But if you've got longer hair and you're watching this, make sure that you have at least 30 to 35 minutes to do this if you want it to be really dry, look really good, and just really take your time on it. Notice on the bottom layer, I'm also making sure that the flip I'm creating is going in toward my face. I kind of like to make sure that it all flips in at the bottom. And when I get to the top layer, I like to curl it and flip it the opposite way so that it creates that really layered, full, different type of dimension look. I only have like 2 layers in my hair, and I like to make it look as full as possible. If you're someone that has like 3 or more layers, this will be a really great way for you to make your hair just look like extra full, maybe like you honestly have extensions in, and that's just going to give it more bounce all over. With this tool, you also want to be careful and make sure that you use a section that's going to stay on the brush. If you use too thick of a section, it might get hooked in the rotating part at the end of the top, and it will literally really rip your hair out. So you just have to make sure that you're placing it on there right. This is the same with any other tool. If you were to use a straightener and you were to get it clipped on the ends, it's going to rip your hair out. So you just want to be very careful with that. And honestly, if you get it wrapped up or tangled, you can either just take the brush itself and rotate it out with the button, or actually use your hand to rotate it out. It's just whatever I think of at the moment, just to rotate it out, but stop moving it or you're going to rip your hair out. And I feel like that was an important thing for me to let you guys know, because when I first started using this tool, I made that mistake a few times. Now that we're in the middle section of the hair, right here in front of the ears and around the face, this is where it's really going to shape your face closely. So I like to bring it forward and then kind of just really curl it like deep right there to where it like flips out and then comes back on the bottom with that little flip I like. I do this because I like to wear earrings and I really like them to be seen, and this really keeps the hair off of my ears and like away. Now with your pieces that are more toward the back of your head, you're going to want to take the brush and just start rotating it literally the opposite way so that it swoops the opposite way to keep creating that dimension. And when you like put your hair behind your shoulders and it's laying back, you want it all to just look beautiful and just flip different ways when it's laying on your back, so that it's just beautiful from the back as it is when someone's looking at you straight on. This is what makes this look so iconic and beautiful when you see a hairstylist post a picture of the girl's hair, you know, just laying on her back and all the different pieces flipped differently, and just the dimension of this, making it look that way. Flipping it the opposite way in the back is what's going to create that type of look. So this is the technique I like to use right here, just to really kind of, like I said, you're just going to bring this section kind of straight out and forward and just kind of flip it and curl it out away from the hair. And then when it falls down, it gives you that really pretty swoop is the word I'm going to use. Honestly, if that's not the right word, oh well, it's the first thing I thought of when I was looking at it, but it just looks really honestly blown out right there, which is literally the overall look we're going for this.
Okay, so as you can see, we are done with the second layer, and like it's just got so much more volume. It's like bouncy, and you know, just has the little flick at the bottom like I was telling you all, and I just love that. It just doesn't look like it's like, you know, just flat to your head. Now, if you're going for the super, you know, straight, long look that's like, you know, super in right now, this is not what I would recommend, because this is going to give you, you know, that really beautiful bouncy volume, you know, kind of, you can shake your hair out, you know, you can not run your fingers through it as much, you can just kind of like twirl it, or, you know, just flip it whichever way you want. That's kind of the look we're going for. So now we're going to do the top layer of the hair, and this obviously is the layer that matters the most. I feel like overall for this look, because how you blow dry and how you move your hair back and forth, you know, again, all about the word technique here, is going to give you that look that you're wanting for a blowout type of look. So let's go ahead and take that down and put some of the hair protectant in it, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So before I actually brush through this and, you know, lay it on top of the rest of the hair that's done, I'm actually going to flip this over, and I'm going to put the heat protectant on it that way and brush it upside down, and then flip it back over and start drying it, because I don't want to get this part right here wet again if I can at all possible not. This is a move right here, right? I'll just leave it like that and go somewhere.
So now that we're at the crown of the hair, this part is literally one of the most important parts of your head to make sure that you're getting the root, because you really need volume here. This part is what I feel like lays straight really quickly and loses volume on my head the most. A lot of people tease their hair after they do this look. I don't like to tease my hair, honestly, a lot, because I feel like when I brush it out, it just rips my hair and it damages it more than anything. So I like to just use this technique and dry shampoo just to really keep it off my scalp and make it look like it's got as much volume as possible to it without teasing it.
Okay, so now that we've finished the crown part, as you all seen how I did that, we are kind of right here in the front, and like these first two big like frontal pieces. Now, the way I'm going to show you guys how to do this part literally just depends on what you want. If you want it to lay on one side only, blow dry the opposite way. I will blow dry mine back and forth because I like to flip it back and forth when it's in this type of style, or like flip it over just with my head. So I don't want it to fall to one side. So if you don't want it to fall to one side only and you don't care like kind of where it's going to lay out all over your head throughout the day, then just kind of blow dry it back and forth and then just kind of flip it at the end like I did the rest of them, whichever way you want. And then when you're like at the end and you're kind of like fluffing it up how I'm going to show you all, you'll kind of see the way that it's wanting to lay that day or the way you're wanting it to lay, because your hair has a mind of its own sometimes. So sometimes if it's not working in the style or look that you want, just work with what it's doing to your best.
As I just said, I like to focus on making sure my front pieces are not tailored to lay one way or the other, because I like to flip my hair around when it's in this style. But once I get the root and the mid shaft really dry, I like to flip the ends really, really hard away from my face. Like I literally notice I let it sit there for a good minute and just make sure I have that really good flip, because I think this is the best part of the look and I think this is what shapes the face the most. And then I kind of just start blow drying it with the piece that's behind the front piece, just to kind of blend it in together and kind of just make it all go together. It just makes me feel better, and it's kind of me going back and making sure that every piece is dry as possible, because when you're blow drying it you don't really feel it until like you stop blow drying it and it's sitting there for a second. Then you can kind of feel what parts of your hair is still wet. So this is just me basically blending it all together.
Okay, so here we are with it done, and I kind of have it still in the middle part because that's just how my hair lays. But just in this alone, like look at how much you know, I don't even know what the word is, just plump isn't the word I'm looking for. I know volume is the word that we're going to use, but I just feel like it has so much bounce to it. Like it looks so much more like natural, and then like, I don't know, just straight, and I feel like overdone. So see, you can just kind of flip it whatever way you want, and then like kind of just going to go through and feel and see like if there's any wet pieces left. If there is, you're going to go back over them. So I actually, now that I'm done with this step, I like to, like I said, just play with it, kind of see how you like it. I kind of think that I really just liked how it looked in the middle, to be honest, just because I just like the flip away from the face. I just think it makes it very, I don't know, I just think on my face shape, that's really how I like it. I like the flip up here at the top, and then kind of how it just kind of flips in down here. I feel like it just looks real commercial-like hair, you know, kind of that vibe. So I just really like it this way. So now I'm going to brush it out. Even though we, you know, been brushing it the whole time, I'm just going to brush it again kind of all together. See, it just looks so, oh, I love it. I literally used to wear my hair like this all the time, and I did it the other day, and I was like, oh my god, I was like, I could definitely do a video on this. I'm like, I love a good salon blowout, and I also don't feel like there's a lot of that type of hairstyle going on anymore, especially in the younger generation. Like honestly, even my generation, you know, kind of like 30 and below are, you know, really big on like they'll get a blowout and then they're like, I want it straightened. I am not big on hair damage, like you heard me say, so like, I don't really like to use a straightener a whole lot unless like I have to for my extensions. So now that we've brushed it out, I'm just going to kind of brush my comb, crown back. And you see on my hair, honestly, already kind of looks a little greasy. Well, I'm going to let you know. One, I have a greasy scalp anyways, but two, I am sweating ridiculously in this bathroom. And it's probably because of the LED light and the blow drying and small space, and I keep it really warm in my house, so a lot of that. So since it looks that way, I don't want it to, like, you know, look that way since I just washed it. I'm going to go in with my dry shampoo, the Batiste brown dry shampoo, and whenever my hair is the way I want it to be, you know, without the blonde on the root, this is actually perfect. So notice how I'm taking my hands and like pulling it back away from my scalp, putting the dry shampoo, because that's how I'm going to blend it and make sure it's massaged in, because like I said, I want to keep that bounce at the root because my hair is just very flat to the surface. So a little bit of dry shampoo on the roots. So this hairstyle all over, like look at how much body this has now. Like from the root down, we put a little bit of dry shampoo in there. So I'm going to go back in again and use about a dime size amount of this bond smoother. If I had the number 7, which is the oil, I would use the oil now. Oil. I hate being from the South. The accent is rough, y'all. It's rough. So I have a little bit of that dry shampoo on my hands, so it's probably gonna get on my blonde a little bit, but oh well. And I just kind of like to just rub it over a little bit to get rid of any extra frizz. I always have flyaways right here and frizz, so like I always go in with hairspray or this bond smoother right there in the front. So I just kind of go over it. Really try to like massage it in the ends. Once again, like I said, you can never have too much protection, but every time I do this, I get compliments like, oh my god, your hair looks so good, what are you doing to it? And I'm like, girl, I just blow right in. They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, that's it. I really like that I have this styling tool because I don't like to do the whole like hold it and blow dry at the same time. I've done it and I would do it. If that's all you have, just try it. I mean, but honestly, this tool just helps like make it much more easy for you. Like I feel like if you can only use one tool and both hands to move the hair and it around, technique is much easier. So, and then depending on how I want to wear it, like I said, I'm just going to keep it this way right here. I would now just go do my makeup or whatever I'm going to do and kind of just let it sit as is, and then I would come back in here like I'm about to after I do some makeup, and I would just like flip it over, look at it, and then bring it around a little bit, and then I would put hairspray in it so that when it like started to like, you know, fall back down and start kind of like, you know, blending in together again, it would still have some warmth. So I'm gonna run my hands through it and kind of use the warmth to bring it all back, and then show you guys something. So. Yes, my hair is very, very oily, so for it to even look this volumized off the scalp is just a big deal, and it never looks this way if I just let it dry regularly. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I really hope that you all try it. When I have my makeup on, some big lashes, and like this hair, I just feel kind of like a, you know, like I said, just like a commercial model, and I'm like grown. Does that make sense? Like I feel like this doesn't look like the typical like young girls night out hair, you know, where it's super sleek and sexy. I feel like this looks like mature and bouncy. I would wear this, you know, almost to anything that I would consider like maybe like a big deal, like a business meeting or an interview, or if I had a job where I was required to, you know, wear dress up attire. This is the kind of style that I would go for because, like I said, it looks professional but sleek and beautiful. So I love you guys so much. Thank you all for watching. If you did make it to the end, please comment below. Let me know what you think. Tell me something else to try, or maybe like a different product that you all think that I should try, or just let me know. I like to read your comments. I like engagement so much more with you guys so that like I kind of know what you want to see, or I know what you're enjoying. I noticed that you guys have started putting more likes on my videos. That is such a big deal to me. Not only does it help the video move through the YouTube search engine, but it just helps me feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I love filming for you guys, and I am here for you. I'm here to show you guys stuff so that you all can enjoy it, but I enjoy filming it for you just as much. So it's a win-win. I love you so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah.